I'm going to show you how I made these Jade blooming nails. So I used Luxa's Bloom, and the base is down on her, all cured, so you could have a color down too. We just wanted negative space on this. So when you're using a blooming gel, it's kind of thicker than you realize. So I would encourage you to lay it thinner than you think, because you're going to lay product on top and you don't want it running into cuticles. Then I'm just going to take a little brush over here on the right. I'm just going to scoop up some color. I'll explain this a little bit more, but this gives you a little preview of what I'm doing here. I chose gold, a deep emerald green, and a black to play right into those emerald colors. And then I'm gonna go grab one more little bit for that top edge. I'm gonna have the movement go across the nail at a diagonal. I've never used this gold as blooming, and so this is an experiment here. And so far, I think it looks really cool. So we're just gonna add a few little fine veins. She likes it, I like it. We're gonna cure that. Now, I'm not gonna go onto the finger next to it. I'm gonna jump hand to hand, because the longer you leave it, the more it will bloom, which is fantastic, but we didn't want it to bloom more. So you just have to watch whatever is blooming, and when it's where you want it, that's when you have to stick it in the lamp. So I wipe my brush off. Now look, I know it's a little blurry. I scoop up color on the top part of my brush. I leave it on the top part of my brush. Imagine it like sliding off the brush down onto the surface. So I barely make contact with the surface, and then I scoop a little bit more product again. It's still on the top part of my brush, not on the bottom, and it like slides off the brush onto the bloom. It's a little bit backwards, I know, but it works. So I'm gonna have you see it again here. I'm trying to make sure, especially by the edges, I don't have that really thick so it's not falling into the edges. Wipe my brush off, scoop it, scoop it, scoop it, and then I just start wiggling when I make contact with the surface, and it slides off the brush. And then, of course, if you want to add more or finer, you still got product on your brush. You can pull over. Oh, I touched her skin up there. I like that. So we're gonna cure it. I know that blooming gel can be frustrating at first. It actually was frustrating for me. And then I started using it to melt colors like this and started getting the feel for it. And I feel like this is a really great method to start with, to start playing with blooming gel. And now I feel a little more comfortable with it. I know a little bit how it works. And so I'll try other things with it. But I still come back to this look because it's so unique every single time. And it's something that isn't just painted on easily, in the sense that like the blooming gel really makes a difference. Top coat can kind of do it, but not like blooming gel, because believe me, I tried that hack first. So get yourself some blooming gel and give this a shot. I would love if somebody would let me just go ahead. I'm going to speed this up, by the way, so you guys aren't here forever with me, and let me just like melt gold like this, like just like, oh, and leave it. But I'm going to add the colors in. I have it on my brush. But I think it would be so cool. I might have to try that on myself. So play with things. Don't be afraid. And you know what? Don't be afraid that you might have to go in and wipe it off and try again. I've done that so many times. That's part of the process. It's part of the art process. Often on YouTube or Instagram or wherever we only see the end of the process when somebody is prepared to show you what they've created. And so I try here to show you the process of it a little bit. I've had this blooming gel for a while, so I know how it's going to react, but I have earlier videos where I'm messing with it the first time, didn't like it, wiped it off, went for it again. Totally okay, and I still will do that in the future. I love how that green just really opens up, by the way, and looks super emerald once we get it on there. And keep that in mind. This emerald green color is super dark, like almost black, but it really thins out once it makes contact with that blooming gel, so you see more of the color. So it's really cool. You can get effects from your colors you wouldn't get otherwise because of how it thins it out and makes it spread. Let's do the thumb here. I'll just show you one real quick, and I'll speed it up close, and you can see how the product opens up and blooms away. So let me scoop some color. Let me lay this down really quick. Now watch, see it spreading? That is so cool to me. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. this look was a fun one for me to create, and we're gonna mess with it with some different top coats. So we're gonna do matte over this one, and then we're gonna go ahead and cure that while I put another matte over the pointer. And I think we're gonna go ahead and do the pinky. And let me show you the matte effect over the metallic and the blooming. It looks really cool. Look at that ring finger compared. Now you can tell the other fingers, they need some top coat. They need some finish work on them. So we're gonna lay down a really shiny top coat over all the other ones. You need to cap it in. Absolutely treat it like just another gel polish color. Let's see, you can see the difference. Like, it just needs a little bit of finish work. Also, your top coat helps even things out if everything didn't like melt totally flat. Okay, there's our finished look. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you try this. I love seeing you all create.